Hi guys, welcome back. I figured today we could talk a little bit about foods, certain foods, Crohn's in food, um, what things are good, what things are bad. Now, I'm not a specialist on this. I'm speaking strictly from my experience. We all know eating with Crohn's can be a job all in itself. Going out to restaurants can be so intimidating because you don't want to eat and then upset your stomach right in the middle of dinner. And then the fear of using public restrooms when you're out eating. I'm very simple with my meals. I have about 5 meals that I know that I can handle. Now, this is strictly what's worked for me. I can't promise that this will work for everyone. This is what I've noticed through trial and error through the past 6 years of just seeing what works best for my body and how to cope with food and what I can eat. When you're first starting out and you are learning what you can eat, my doctor recommended it to me and it was very helpful, was to keep a food journal. You can do that by buying a journal and physically writing it down. I did it, I kept track of everything in my phone. It was because I was already using MyFitnessPal at the time. So whenever I ate, I would just log it in there and then I would make a note later how it affected me. And when you're first starting out, I would recommend making simple meals, only adding a few ingredients at a time to see how your body reacts to that. Instead of making a huge meal with all kinds of stuff, because then you don't know what specifically your body can handle and what it can't. For me, I have very, very simple meals, and it's very few that I just kind of rotate through. Chicken for me is a staple. I have chicken every day. I like to throw in some avocado. I try and do low carb as much as I can, but I do go through phases where I eat a lot of carbs. Usually when I am in remission, but when I'm flaring, I try and stay away from carbs because I've noticed that the carbs make my inflammation much worse. So I try not to eat too many of them. I fast personally because I've noticed that when I fast, there's a smaller time frame where my body has to work as hard to process the food. So I typically, right now, currently I eat once a day because I am in a flare. My stomach is causing all kinds of problems. If I do eat twice a day, I'm still fasting, so I don't start eating until the afternoon. But for me, like basic foods that I eat typically, cottage cheese, pineapple, banana, depends on the day. Apples I can have as long as I take the skin off, because the skin tends to really mess with my stomach. There's so many fruits that I love that I cannot eat because it feels like they literally are trying to kill me. Anything with seeds, strawberries, kiwis, can't do those. I can do watermelon. Watermelon's not too bad. Grapes, no, unless I peel off the skin. Veggies, it's the same thing. There's most vegetables I cannot handle. I can do bell peppers if they're cooked really, really well, like very soft. Zucchini, I can handle zucchini. I cannot do broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, stuff like that just doesn't sit well in my stomach. it can be hard to find meals that work for you with your limitations on what ingredients you can put in. There were times where I would go months and months and months and I just ate mashed potatoes. That's all I would eat that day. Or soup. Now, after so many years, I've gotten used to the fact that, okay, I'm limited in what I can eat, and to keep my body healthy, or as healthy as it can be, this is what I have to do. When it comes to food, it's so different for everybody, because I have a few friends, you know, and we're all different. My one friend, she can eat salad just fine. My other friend cannot eat salad. My other friend can eat certain types of salad. So it's kind of like it's a trial and error for everyone. And for me, it took a long time to get into a good routine and a good rhythm as to what foods I can handle, what foods I can't handle. This is just from me speaking from my experience. You have to go through and try the foods. The websites, I'll link a few below. They'll give you some kind of guidelines on what to avoid. And it's usually when you're in a flare, they give you the information. What's good for you, what's not good for you. Again, you have to try it yourself. You have to try the foods and see, okay, can I handle this? Can my body take this? Can my body not take this? Because I could tell you, okay, don't eat broccoli. Broccoli is horrible. It gives me such bad gas, and I'm in the bathroom forever, and I'm cramping. But you could be able to handle broccoli just fine. So don't take my word for it on certain foods. Definitely try them yourself and see if you can handle them. Because like I said, it is really, from Crohn's patient to Crohn's patient, it is so different. For me, staples are chicken, rice, beef, zucchini, cottage cheese. Now, of course, I will have pizza, I'll have spaghetti, I'll have certain things, but those are not things that I eat very often because I know that I can't handle them as well. We'll have fast food, of course, every now and then. Again, not often, because I know it'll hurt me afterwards. My general advice to you, if you are struggling with food and you're trying to figure out what you can eat, what you can't eat, definitely talk to your doctor about it. Maybe he can help you himself, or he can set you up with maybe set you up with a nutritionist or something, to help you figure out how to start, where to start. I recommend starting small meals, little ingredients, and then just kind of working your way through certain meals and things. And just keep track of it, write it down, make a note in your phone, whatever's easiest for you. Once you figure out what you can eat, it makes life so much easier when you know, okay, I know I can eat this, I know I can eat this. I got my meals planned, I'm good to go. You don't have to, so much of the stress, for me at least, fell away when I was like, okay, I can eat this, this, and this. I plan my meals for the week. I'm set. It relieves so much anxiety, I feel, once you've figured out what exactly you're able to eat. Definitely let me know below. What are some certain foods that you can or can't handle? I'd love to know. Definitely do those food diaries, because it will be a lifesaver. It will definitely help you in the long run, make your life a whole lot easier And it is a lot of work to work through different foods, but it is definitely worth it. For me, it took me about a year to figure out what I could handle and what I couldn't handle. So it is a bit time consuming, but it is worth it in the end. If you want to know something about specific meals that I do, I can put something together for you. It is very, very, it is very, very plain. It's nothing exciting. Maybe let me know down below if you have certain go-to meals. I'll definitely link some websites below for you to take a look at. You can kind of browse through and see, especially if you're just recently been diagnosed and you're unsure where to start. The websites are a good place. I did a lot of reading, a lot of research. The more food that we can eat, the better. Since we're already so limited by our disease, definitely worth figuring out what your body can handle. There's already so much that we're limited by, and food is a big thing that really it affects us every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was somewhat helpful for you and maybe can give you a good starting point on how to deal with Crohn's and food and what to eat. Definitely take a look at the websites if you're not sure where to start. Again, I recommend start small, simple ingredients, and just kind of work your way through what you like to eat and see how you handle it. But I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.